Next, I looked at Governor Maura Healy and her role in the cover-up of Mama's death. Governor Healy was elected governor of Massachusetts in 2022. I want to highlight two things on Governor Healy's profile on mass.gov, the Commonwealth of Massachusetts official website. Number one, Governor Healy served 2 terms as Massachusetts Attorney General, first elected in 2014 and then re-elected in 2018. Number 2, the mass.gov website says earlier in her career, Healy was a litigation partner at an international law firm. Governor Healy, a former Massachusetts Attorney General, understands precisely what it means when I say that Emerson Hospital acted with reckless disregard and depraved indifference to Mama's life. This is a serious matter, yet Governor Healy remains tone deaf. My message to Governor Healy is this: don't play games with me. Governor Healy, if Emerson Hospital raised your mama's systolic blood pressure from 133 to 272 for over 9 hours, smirked about it, lied about it, and 6 doctors and 1 CCU nurse covered it up, you would be the loudest advocate for the Massachusetts Department of Public Health to investigate your mama's death. But since it's my mama, you don't care. That doesn't work for me, Governor Healy. I now have a Change.org petition to demand that the Massachusetts Department of Public Health investigate Mama's death. Governor Maura Healy and Dr. Robbie Goldstein are the decision makers. I deliver the signatures to Governor Healy in batches of 100. After every 100 signatures, I print out the list of signees and take them to the governor's office. One of Governor Healy's aides obligatorily nods and makes sad facial gestures as I tell Mama's story each time, and they diligently scribble something in their spiral-bound notebooks. The aides ask for my name and phone number as if someone would call me. No one ever has. I've made 7 trips to the governor's office, and I will make trip number 8 with the 800 signatures. So the governor is aware of Mama's death at Emerson Hospital and my insistence on an investigation, and yet there's continued inaction. Despite indisputable merit, neither Governor Maura Healy, Commissioner Robbie Goldstein, nor Secretary Walsh are interested in investigating Mama's death at Emerson Hospital. The question is, why? And the answer is, I don't know. But Governor Healy is strongly incentivized to ensure the cover-up is never unraveled. I'll explain. Getting to my point will take a few minutes, so stay with me. I've been closely following Stewart Healthcare's bankruptcy and the fate of the 2 hospitals closing in Massachusetts, including Kearney Hospital in Dorchester and Neshoba Valley Medical Center in Ayer. Interestingly, the same pattern of tone deafness exists with Governor Healy with the closing of Neshoba Valley Medical Center and Mama's case. I believe there is a linkage. Again, Neshoba Valley Medical Center in Ayer was part of Stewart Healthcare, which filed for bankruptcy. Sadly, the hospital closed on August 31st, 2024. Many residents in Ayer and the surrounding towns accuse Governor Healy and Robbie Goldstein of being tone deaf to the hospital's closing. Here's a news clip from Channel 5 about Neshoba Valley Medical Center closing.
This morning, local leaders out here in the Neshoba Valley held a press conference detailing all the consequences they say will happen if this hospital is allowed to close.
Shame on Stewart. Shame on Ralph De La Torre. Shame on a healthcare system that puts profit above people.
Anger in Ayer over the proposed plan to close Neshoba Valley Medical Center on August 31st.
The ripple effect of this closure will impact the entire Commonwealth.
This morning, local leaders from Fitchburg, Marlborough, Pepperell, and other communities called on the Commonwealth and specifically the Healy administration to act after Stewart Healthcare announced they did not receive qualified bids for Neshoba or Kearney Hospital in Dorchester.
I want to call on Governor Healy to enforce the 120-day Department of Public Health regulation that there are 120 days before any medical facility can close in Massachusetts. Governor Healy needs to issue this statement today.
Is receivership a possibility?
Look, Stewart, it's Stewart's decision to close these hospitals. There's nothing that the state can do, that I can do, that I have the power to do to keep that from happening.
That was Governor Healy's answer yesterday to News Center 5's Charmin Sacchetti, but today's pointed questions came from Audra Sprague, a registered nurse in the emergency department at Neshoba Valley for the past 17 years.
Governor Healy, 1. If Neshoba were to obtain a qualified bidder, would the Commonwealth provide any financial support for this institution? 2. Why did the 6 other hospitals that are being continued to stay open have infrastructure built in with support from the Commonwealth, but not Neshoba Valley Medical Center? 3. Is access to health care less important for the rural community of Neshoba Valley?
That panel included Senator Jamie Eldridge, Representative Margaret Scarsdale, and other politicians. I had Senator Eldridge come to the House a few months ago, and I briefed him on Mama's case. Notice who wasn't attending that jam-packed meeting: Governor Healy and Robbie Goldstein. A U.S. Senate committee voted unanimously to hold Stewart Healthcare CEO Ralph DeLaTorra in civil and criminal contempt of Congress. So this is huge news, and the hospital closures have vast interest and implications in Massachusetts. Now let's tie everything together. What is the link between Neshoba Valley Medical Center closing and blocking the investigation of Mama's death at the Department of Public Health? A different, more informative question is, who would benefit if Neshoba Valley Medical Center closed? There are 2 primary beneficiaries: UMass Memorial Health in Leominster and Emerson Hospital. The last thing Governor Healy and Emerson Hospital CEO Christine Schuster want is for there to be an investigation into Mama's death and its cover-up at Emerson Hospital, when Emerson Hospital is one of the alternate hospitals where Neshoba Valley Medical Center patients would go. The community consensus is that Governor Healy didn't exert much effort, some even say she didn't exert any effort, into keeping Neshoba Valley Medical Center open. Governor Healy doesn't want the public to say that she should have done more to keep Neshoba Valley Medical Center open, especially since the alternate hospital that she wants the public to use has an active death and cover-up investigation underway. Is Governor Healy blocking Robbie Goldstein from investigating Mama's death at Emerson Hospital? Governor Healy has a solid motive to do everything in her power to block the Department of Public Health from investigating Mama's death at Emerson Hospital, and she certainly has the opportunity. After all, she is the one overseeing the Department of Public Health. What's done in the dark will come to light.